Thanks.
Well, actually, no, she's saying, Shaun, you look so much better today, love. You must have looked really rough.
I must. Okay, so quick and easy answer. If you are...
Royal Exchange.
Oh.
No, I'm going to say it that way because...
We're going to start getting people comment where they make like those false names. Where it's like,
Yeah.
my name is Ben Dover.
Today's Garners Couch Club podcast is sponsored by Currencies Direct, helping you buy your dream home in Spain.
Well, when you're moving money abroad, exchange rates really do matter. And with Currencies Direct, you get great rates, expert guidance, and no transfer fees.
And did you know they've got 20 branches throughout Spain?
They haven't.
They have. And they've got a friendly team ready to help our clients every step of the way.
Well, who could ask for more? It's very easy to go and register with Currencies Direct. All you have to do is head over to our website, SpanishPropertyChoice.com, and on the front page you'll see a link that will take you directly to Currencies Direct, where you can register with them completely for free. So thank you very much, Currencies Direct, for sponsoring another week's episode of the podcast.
Yes, thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the Garners Couch Club podcast.
I'm Sharon and this is Shaun of Channel 4 Sunset and Selling Houses and Spanish Property Choice, located in the beautiful province of Costa Almeria and Costa del Sol.
Yes. Well, welcome back, everyone. If you tuned in last week, you would have watched the first half of this podcast, basically, of our latest episode of Confessions of an Estate Agent. Dun, dun, dun. We need to get like an intro to that, don't we?
We do, yeah.
Like a little intro song or something.
Yeah. So basically, we haven't moved off the sofa. No. We just finished the podcast from last week, and now we're doing this one because we've had so many questions, and I would like to address them. And
we want to get through as many as we can. So we thought we'd just split it over 2 weeks, do a part 1 and a part 2. So
we might end up with a part 3 because they're coming in even as I'm talking. So I'm going to actually start. If you remember, I finished last week's on. Well, actually, a few minutes ago, I finished with D. Hardman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm going to start with D. Hardman. Okay. So D. Hardman said, were you estate agents before you came to Spain?
I get asked this question so many times. Mm-hmm. People just want to know, like, have you got history in working as an estate agent or?
No, I actually, well, what didn't I do? I had my own florist shop at Swinfen Hall. I had an Interflora florist shop, which was in a very affluent area. And I also ran a company in Cannock called Churchill's. And I was also part of the town centre management. I was chairman of Cannock Traders, would you believe? Can you imagine me going around Cannock, you know?
Yeah, I used to see all the time. It used to haunt me. Going to town with my friends, and it was like mother just parading up and down.
Parading up and down, yeah. Right, come on, businesses, let's do this, you know. So I did that prior to coming out to Spain. And Steve used to work for a big company called Tarmac Top Lock. Mm-hmm. He was a manager there for 20
odd years.
25 years, I think, yeah. And you were at school? You were a little baby?
I was in high school.
You were?
Yeah.
And Alicia wasn't here.
Alicia wasn't born.
And Emma, our daughter, worked at Thompson Toohey in Cannock. We actually became estate agents as such. We were very lucky. The people that we bought this property from, we mentioned we're going to do a podcast on this, aren't we, about me and your dad and our move over here. But the people that we bought the house through actually offered us a job before we got back to the UK and asked us to open a country division of their estate agency. So that's where it all started. But we are actually going to do... What's the matter?
I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, that just shows the sort of people that you are, like how how you make relationships or friendships with people so quickly that you came over to buy a house and they're like, let's give you a job.
Yeah, 3 days. We're only here 3 days on a viewing trip, yeah. Dreaded viewing trip. I hate viewing trips, you know I do, so don't start me on them. But yeah, we came over for 3 days, and Carlos and Pepe, we got to know them over them 3 days. And yeah, by the time we got back home, we had an email to say, would you consider, with Steve's building trade experience and my managerial and sales experience, would we open a real estate company for him? And yeah, 20 years on, I could smash his face in.
We're not violent, don't forget, mother.
No. 20 years on, I wish I could give him a big kiss and a big hug, because they helped us massively. So, but we will do a podcast on that. We'll
because it is funny how things just evolved and how things turned out. Yeah, no, definitely. We need to go more into detail.
Okay. Diane Milligan, great picture. Love watching you all. Can you tell me how you started the business? Did you have financial partners? And have you ever had a situation where you thought you'd have to close due to finances? Thanks in advance. With 2 kisses. When we started, because we worked for Pepe and Carlos for a while, if you remember, and then we were headhunted by a company down on Mahaka Playa, which I'm not going to go into for my own reasons. But then
Well, I mean, you don't have to go into detail, but...
Well, they weren't the right company to work for in the end. That was the thing.
Scammers. No.
No, they really weren't. We actually opened a country division for them, because by then we'd actually got a name for ourselves of selling properties inland. And you know, we were one of the very few people that wanted to do it properly. We didn't want to do anything by a shake of a hand or under the table, or, you know,
That was the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've always worked the way it should be, very above board. Yeah. And unfortunately, that company just didn't do things ethically.
No, that's the word.
They didn't work the way that you wanted to work.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you had to find out the hard way.
Yeah.
The very hard way. And they dropped you, they left you in a really bad situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know,
yeah.
They're no longer around. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. And it was actually a couple of solicitors that contacted us, and one in particular, and said that you and Steve, you need to go and open down there's an office available, you need to start up. And that was like 20 years ago. As far as having a financial partner, my cousin came over. She came over to live for a period of time. And she brought her family over here. And she helped. But the 4 of us, her, Glenn and me and Dad, opened Spanish Property Choice, but and yes, she did put some money into it, which eventually, after I think it was about 18 months, she got back. We gave her the money back because they decided to return back to the UK. Mm-hmm. It just wasn't for them. It wasn't for them. It wasn't. It wasn't the right lifestyle. It wasn't what they thought it was. So yeah, we basically bought them out the business, and it became mine and Steve's. And yes, I'm being honest with you, me and Steve didn't take any wages at all from Spanish Property Choice for 2 years. And I mean, I don't mind saying this. When we worked for Pepe and Carlos, originally, we agreed to work, me and your dad worked for €500 between us per month. And we used to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'd be there at 8 o'clock at night. Then we went down to this company down in Mahaka, and we agreed to work for €1,500 for the 2 of us per month. We were there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we did 9 o'clock at night, 7 days a week. And it was just non-stop. And when we say country, we were based in Mahaka, but we were travelling 300-400 kilometres a day just doing inland viewings. So it was a long days for us, and we did that for €1,500. And then obviously we then moved into Spanish Property Choice, and we gave the staff and my cousin and her husband a wage, and me and Steve didn't take anything from the business for 2 years. And then after 2 years, we decided that we would have a basic salary, and we've been on the lowest salary in the whole business pretty much all that time. Because every penny that we get that comes into the business, as you know, gets spent back out again. We had 14 members of staff at one time, all fully contracted, all full time, and obviously now we've got a few part timers. We've got full timers. We've got the Costa del Sol office, and everybody's fully contracted. So everything goes back into the business that we earn. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the truth. So, right, that was that one. Joan Wilford, hi guys, you're both looking brill.
Thank you, Joan.
Just keep doing what you're doing. You're a fab family, making people's dreams come true. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Joan. Angela Rigby, looking lovely, both of you. Great programme. Susan Furmandel, you're both amazing, with 2 kisses. And then she's put, love this. I'm just going to read all the ones that say you love amazing. Sylvia Keating, love watching your show and all your family. Be safe.
Be safe.
Be safe. Yeah, stay safe. May Anderson, Sharon, you're looking amazing. Very healthy. And of course, Shaun, you're looking fabulous.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Vanessa Trafford, she says, looking good, Sharon, and Shaun, you're so much better today, love.
Thanks.
Well, actually, no, she's saying, Shaun, you look so much better today, love. You must have looked really rough.
I must. I'm not quite sure how to take that, but
no,
okay.
I think that's a referral to our
better.
meltdown, my meltdown, and look at yeah, because even that meltdown was what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and I'm still getting messages to this day to say just do what you do and keep doing what you do and you look amazing. Hence why I'm reading these out. Right. Trish Gordon says lovely photo. Pamela Partridge, lovely picture. Merwin Evans, looking good both and love your show. Lindsay Fraglerton. Hi, Sharon and Shaun. You're both looking great, and I'm sure the podcast will be fantastic. Looking forward to Series 9 of Sunsea Selling Houses. Can you tell me, Sharon, how did you manage to lose so much weight? I'm really struggling, and I find you inspirational. Please, could you give me some tips on how you've done it? Well, Lindsay, I have done a couple of podcasts. If you want to go to our YouTube channel, there's a couple of podcasts on there and a couple of videos as well on why I've done it and what I do. But what I would say to you, love, is there's so many people that are struggling with the weight. Every day of the week, I talk to hundreds and hundreds of people, and it's not easy. It's extremely hard. I'm still struggling to this day, even though I've lost lost some weight. I've still got quite a bit of weight to lose for my heart, not because I want to and I want to look gorgeous, and I have to because of my heart. And I've addressed this, hence my meltdown a couple of weeks ago. I did have a bit of a meltdown the other week, because in life you can't do right for doing wrong. You're either too fat and you're eating too much, or you're not eating enough and you're looking drained and awful, and there never seems to be an in-between. And what I'm trying to say to people is that there is an in-between. All you need to do is, my advice to you is go to a specialist. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to forums and podcasts or anything like that. Go to a specialist, sit and talk to them, have a chat with them, tell them how you feel, ask if it's possible to have a complete checkup, which is exactly what I did. And that's how I found out that I'd got this severe heart problem. And once you've done that, just listen to what they tell you to do. And if they put you on medication, whether it be a tablet or whether it be this new jab, whatever they decide to do, they're going to be doing it for your best health. The other thing I would say to you is a couple of things that have helped me. Cut down sugar, because I am a sugar addict, and I'm still a sugar addict. Before I came in here earlier on, I had what you call them? What are the Easter buns you have? I'm trying to think. Like a fruit bun, like a little fruit bun.
Like a tea cake.
Tea cake. I had a tea cake. Now, I know I'm not supposed to be having that because it has got sugar in it. But I'm not going to deprive myself for the rest of my life of things that I like. I just don't eat as much as I used to. And the other thing is, so cut out sugar. Cut out salt, which is if you've got a heart problem, and that was my advice from the doctor. And walk. Forget your gyms. Forget your training this and training that, and all of that type of thing. Just walk. Literally 20 minutes a day. I was told to walk 20 minutes a day, and that really genuinely does work. And that's helped you massively because you walk miles a day now, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
The final thing I would say to you, just a little tip. I also did a video, and I got three bowls and a box of cornflakes, and I showed how much I used to eat in a bowl of cornflakes to what I eat now. And all I would say to you is get a bowl about that size, about the size of your fist, and that's your portion size. So cut down your portions. Still eat what you want, just don't have as much, and try and cut out the sugar if you can. Yeah? I've covered everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
My only advice would be just don't get disheartened. It's not going to happen overnight. It's a process. It's a journey. Don't get obsessed with watching the scale because everyone falls into that trap, even myself. If you see that number go up just a little bit, you're like, oh no, I failed. And then you go into a cycle of, well, you start eating again or eating badly again, and then you put more weight on. So don't get disheartened. Don't get obsessed with the numbers on the scale. Go by how you're feeling. Go by any professional advice.
That's it. I think that's it. Going to a professional was number one for me.
Yeah. And it's a process. It's like I say, it's going to take months, if not years, to get where you want to be, and to maintain it is a whole other story.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely just don't get disheartened, and find people that are supporting you. Whether it's friends, family, people that you might meet at the gym, people you might meet at weight loss groups. Just home in on those people, because if you're doing it with someone, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah, and I'm lucky because I've been doing it with my son, so that does help. So, okay, so right.
Next question.
D. O'Donnell, who's a top fan, looking fab guys.
Thank you.
With a nice heart. Vron McLean, hi Sharon, you have a lovely family and a warmth and kindness show through. Helping people to find their dream home in Spain is something you're so good at. Knowledge is the key, and you have plenty of that. Changing your life completely and moving abroad is massive, but with your guidance and help, they will make their dreams come true.
Oh,
that's very nice.
It is very nice. I think I forget sometimes, actually, how big of a part we play in people's lives.
Yeah.
I think you get so into the routine of work, and you're showing houses every day. It happened to me not long ago at all, and I had to step back and think, actually, no, I'm really helping someone start a whole new life.
Yeah.
And
well, it doesn't just stop when you've sold them a property. We've just done some revisits for Series 9 for the show, and to see how happy they are, honestly, I did actually say it's just worth getting out of bed of a morning just to see their faces, and for them to say, I am actually living that dream that I've always wanted, and it's just, it doesn't work for everybody. We'd be lying if we said that was the case. But at least you can go back and you say we tried.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Joanne will, oh God. She's going to get mad at me because she's our top fan and she's always on. Joanne Wicks.
What's that hard to say?
I don't know. It's just me. It's these teeth. I keep telling you. Sharon. Sharon. So here's a question for you both. Where's a nice traditional? I knew she said. See traditional. Oh, she knows I can't say traditional. Yeah. Where's a nice traditional, affordable place to live, and how far is it from the airports?
Where's a traditional and affordable place to live?
Yes.
Oh, good question. So, I mean, it depends because a lot of our like little towns are traditional.
Yeah.
You know, Veda town's very affordable, very traditional. That's my local town. Toure.
Yeah.
Toure is one of the most affordable. I've sold an apartment there this morning. I mean, it's incredible. 3-bedroom apartment for €90,000. Beautifully presented.
Was that my favourite one with the checkerboard tiles?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
Sold.
I've got that down for somebody viewing on the show.
It's sold.
Okay, great.
So yeah, Toure is a really affordable area. Not many people realise it, and depending on the budget, but Mahaka itself, Old Town, is still very affordable. I mean, we've got that incredible townhouse for €185,000.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Stunning, 3-storey, fully renovated, 2 beds, 2 baths. Like, there's loads.
Well, we've got a
of
nice
that.
apartment up there which we've shown on the show, and that was beautiful. Sea views for 125,000.
Yeah.
So
It depends what you're looking for, really. You know, you've got so many different areas, and I suppose those sort of questions are helpful to actually have in the office.
Yeah.
Like call us, email us, because we can give you a little bit more guidance once we know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Once we know your criteria, then we'll guide you to
Well, that's it, because
the
we
area.
could mention places like Cantoria, Finesse, Partaloa.
I mean, we've got that new one up in Somontine.
That's gorgeous, yeah.
You can't get more affordable than that.
No, but you've got to be prepared to move inland. So it depends. I suppose the answer is it depends on how far you're happy to move inland, because most definitely the further you move inland, the better value you're going to get for money.
Definitely.
And a more traditional type of, I said it well then.
That well.
Way of living, you know, by moving inland. So thanks, Joe, for asking that. I'm really struggling with these.
Mom, come on.
A top fan. How would you say LJA?
LJA. I don't know.
There you go. Sorry, I'm so sorry. You're going to have to put me out how to say these. Top fan, LJA. Elja.
Elja?
Elja?
Or is it just their initials? Or?
Could be. Elja Joe. Anyway, Elja Joe. I'm going to say it that way because...
We're going to start getting people comment where they make like those false names. Where it's like, my name is Ben Dover. Just to get you to read it out loud.
Yeah, I forewarn you, I will not read those ones out, so don't even bother sending them in. Oh dear. She said that would love to know how you got into estate agency over in Almeria. I enjoyed the podcast when you explained what you both did in the UK before you moved, but don't know how you got into this. So I think I've just touched on that on this podcast already. But me and Steve will sit down and we will tell you our story. We'll tell you from right from the day we were born.
Not that far back.
No, we will tell you our story and how things happened with us, because we brought animals over and children, which was even worse. The animals weren't a problem.
At least the animals were toilet trained. I think, I mean, it's one of those things people buy from us. We're an estate agent, but I don't think you've ever had the opportunity to sit down and tell people your story, like from your point of view. We do it for other people every day, but you've been through it, and I say it to a lot of my clients that, you know, we are the success story.
Yeah.
People can hopefully look at us and say, okay, well, they did it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't always easy. But yeah, I think it'd be nice for you to get your story across.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, we didn't come over with a lot of money either. I mean, things could have really crashed for us because we didn't, back in the UK, as you do. I mean, we had a beautiful house because obviously your dad worked for Tarmac. We had a gorgeous house, there's no question about it. We were very lucky. We had nice cars and businesses and all that type of thing. But, we lived on credit cards back in that. I mean, I remember me and your dad sitting with a wad of credit cards like that before we came away, just chopping them up. We cleared them all off.
Well, you're crying. Like, not the credit cards.
Yeah, but that's what you did back in those days. And the thing is, when me and your dad were together, we went through the Maggie Thatcher years and that. I mean, the mortgage, our mortgage rate, people moan now about mortgage rates. We were paying 17% mortgage on our mortgage rate. 17%, and that for a young family, because I'd got Emma at the time, so you did have to live on credit cards, and they bought this thing, and you'd use a card for a month, then you'd pay it off at no interest, and then you'd use another one, and that was the lifestyle that you got into, and it was such a relief when we came here. To actually do that, to sit and cut all those up and say, that's it. Me and your dad, we've never asked for anything and we've never been given anything. And we've always worked for what we've got. And if it's been a credit card, we've paid it off. We've never had any problems like that. And if it meant coming over here and not having that fabulous lifestyle, then we would have done it. But we've built up to what we've got through working hard, so... we'd be happy just sitting. Well, we'd be happy now if we could just sit outside a little tapas bar and just watch the world go by, because that was the plan. One day, yeah. Right, okay. Right, so Steve Hughes says, it's pretty much the same, really. Why did you decide to start an estate agency rather than any other business? My wife also comes from Cannock. Oh, hello. And what local watering holes did you frequent in the area? Right, so I think we've covered the estate agency one, and I will cover that again why we started, and that in a future podcast. It's nice that your wife came from Cannock. I may even know her. Watering holes. Well, actually, my dad. I grew up in a pub, and my dad had the Trafalgar on the Littleworth Road. Yeah. But where we lived in Heath Hayes, and what was it? The Winding Wheel. The Winding Wheel. Yeah, the Winding Wheel was our local.
We used to it was the Winding Wheel because it was the top of the road. Now, this shows the food lover that I am. You used to take us to one that did the most incredible fudge cake. And I'll tell you where it was. Oh, how would I know? If you were leaving Heath Hayes and you were going to the tip.
Yeah.
It was on that long stretch.
Oh, yeah, where we watched the big football match there at the Barnes.
The Barnes.
Yeah, was it the Barnes?
We used to get...
Was it the Barnes? No. The Barnes was in Littleton.
No.
Was it the Barnes? No. Oh.
There was a driving range across the road. It was on that long stretch. It was on the right-hand side. I think it was the Barn.
Was it the Barnes?
I think so.
Or the Barn.
And I remember that's
I can't
what
remember.
do you not remember the chocolate cake?
No. No.
Yeah.
See, I'm not very good with pubs because I'm teetotal. So and growing up in a pub, I hated pubs. I hated
the Winding
atmosphere.
Wheel was where we used to go the most times.
Yeah. Well, my
it?
dad also had the what was on we had in Bridgetown. I'm trying to think what it was called now. Oh. What was the one in Bridgetown? Oh, that's going to plague me now.
Steve?
Yeah, I don't think he's in there. I'll ask him. It'll come to me in a minute. I'll probably be on another question, but it'll come to me. But we had one in Bridgetown first. That was where I used to... Oh, yeah, I had a job across the road at Uncle Sam's petrol station. And did I tell you I got sacked from that? No. Well, you won't believe this, but your mum, me... it was called Uncle Sam's and it was a petrol station. And all the girls, there were 7 of us, and I was actually the supervisor. And there were 7 of us, and we were dressed in pink tight shorts a little vest, an Uncle Sam's hat, and roller skates. And every time somebody pulled on, you used to have to roller skate out.
Oh no!
Spray,
Mother.
spray. Honestly, we used to spray the window and clean the window. And then we used to have to fill the car up. But I actually got the sack for that for somebody else, because we used to have a mini moke. And they're like these beach buggy things. We used to have a mini moke, and to do the promotion, all the 7 girls. I mean, obviously we all had good figures, and we were youngsters then. We used to travel around. We used to drive around everywhere and promote Uncle Sam's. Anyway, I let this one girl.
It's not really creepy that it's called Uncle Sam and you're all rolling around in little skirts.
Well, but Uncle Sam was an American thing. That's why it was. It was an American baseball cap and American,
creepy. Okay.
It was a job and it paid money. That's all I cared about. But I remember letting one of the girls drive the mini moke around the forecourt, and she actually crashed it into. I shouldn't be laughing because I could have blown the whole of the whole of Bridgetown, because she missed the pump, she missed the petrol pump, and she actually hit the wall, and she missed the biggest electrical connection in the whole of Bridgetown by 1 inch. If she'd have hit it, she'd have blown us to smithereens. And he sacked me.
Well, if you let her drive it.
That's what he said. You were in charge.
That poor Uncle Sam.
So I'll never forget him now. I bet he's dead now. But anyway.
Rest in peace, Uncle Sam. We'll miss you.
And I still can't think of the name of the one in Bridgetown. I'm going to have to get your dad in a minute. So we had the Trafalgar up Littleworth Road. There was the Cross Keys down at the bottom of Sharon Way. And we frequented there from a very, very young age, because the owners were really good friends with my mum and dad. So even as children, we used to go in there. Frank, see, these names are coming back. Frank was the owner at the time. Yeah, I remember Frank.
We never used to. I don't remember going into Cannock to any pubs.
No, we weren't really. We weren't really into Cannock. Cannock got ruined, didn't it? When Fred Pritchard took over Cannock and started building all these new fandangled, these big modern shopping precincts and, out-of-town resorts, it killed Cannock. And it was a shame, really, because that was the time I was chairman of Cannock Traders, and you could just see it coming. Every meeting we went to, we said to them that, you're going to kill Cannock, So, we never really bothered going to Cannock because they stopped the traffic going through Cannock, so you had to walk everywhere, and it just became all Cannock became, to be honest with you, was second-hand shops. And it was a shame, really, because it was a beautiful town. But anyway, so why can't I think of the one in Bridgetown?
Is he there?
You're going to have to...
Dad?
No, right.
Okay, well, we will get an answer.
I will get an answer.
Just in case,
I'm going to find it. It'll come to me. How are we doing the time?
We're going to have to do a very quick fire round because we're running out of time.
God, okay, all right. Right, next one. Margaret Morrow. Hello, Sharon and Shaun. I'd like to know how to deal with health on moving to Spain. Is insurance needed for doctor's visits, hospital appointments, etc.? If so, how do you find out the costs prior to moving to Spain?
Okay, so quick and easy answer. If you are...
Royal Exchange. Oh. I said it had come to me.
I'm guessing that's the pub.
The Royal Exchange was our first. Yeah, it was our first. Our first pub in Bridgetown.
Oh,
sorry.
Anyway, Margaret, was it?
Yeah.
Quick answer, as quick as possible. Because of Brexit, it now depends. If you are a non-European citizen now, so you're on a UK passport, you have to have either travel insurance or health insurance. So yes, there are plenty of companies that can help, but you will have to have your own private medical insurance to be in Spain.
And I don't know whether this helps at all. Me personally, with a pre-existing heart condition, I pay €80 a month private medical.
Oh, there you go.
I've obviously got social, but I pray. I do pray.
Well, we do pray.
I pray a lot.
And she has a lot of health conditions, people, so that's cheap.
But yes, just €80 a month, okay?
But if you're on a European passport, then you are entitled to the national health here. So you just register with the local doctor and you can get free healthcare.
Yeah, and they're fantastic.
Yes.
I can 100% say that. Steve White, is it true in Spain, if you're 75 years or older, they'll not give you a mortgage? I'm being honest with you, I don't think whether it be in Spain or any country will give you a mortgage over 75, being truthful.
No, normally here, up to 70 years of age, they will mortgage you. And then anything over that, no, unfortunately, they will not provide you with the mortgage.
Stephen and Jill Flynn, is it possible to get an apartment as a holiday home around the £80,000 mark?
It's not very easy, I'll be honest, but it's still almost achievable. You would have to just compromise not being right on the coast. So if you're happy to go inland just slightly, then yes, there are apartments out there, 2 bedrooms, around or under the 80,000 for sure.
Sue Malcolm, hi Sharon. If someone wants to rent a property in Oaxaca, what's the procedure, and are you limited to having to leave the property for X amount of months a year if you want to live there permanently? The first thing to do is we don't actually do rentals anymore. We had a rental company for 10 years, but we haven't got that now. If you contact a company called my brain's gone dead.
Choice Rentals.
Oh, sorry,
Maria?
that's it. Yes, sorry. My brain went dead then. I was still thinking about the name of the pub. Choice Rentals Almeria. Talk to Claire or Sarah. They're based in Oaxaca, and they will look after you as far as the rental is concerned. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if you're coming over here on a 90-day rule without getting your visa, then yes, you will have to leave after 90 days. And if you get your visa, then it'll all depend on what the contract says with the rental company.
I think it's a good question, though, because a lot of people do have that problem, especially if it's along the coast. A lot of owners, and especially Spanish owners, they want to use their own property for their own holidays in the summer. Yeah. So they'll allow you to rent it maybe 6 to 9 months, but then the other months they want to use the houses themselves. So yes, we've heard that a lot, that long-term rentals sometimes have that as a condition, but there are properties out there. And any rental agent, if you're looking for a long term, as in 12 months or more at any one time, then they'll find it.
Well, I would always recommend doing your first rental anyway as a 3 month, because if you're there for 3 months and you don't like it, you can move on.
Yeah.
So that's something I always say. Tina Leone, just wanted to say, love what you do and such a happy vibe for us to come and watch from us today. Fed up of Brits in Britain at the minute. Have you ever thought of renovation project you could all do, arrange and film as you go, thinking you're all so beautifully turned out, maybe we could see your messy side. Can you imagine us renovating?
We should pitch that to Channel 4, actually.
Channel 4, would you like to film the Garners renovate?
The Garners.
Yeah. There is a property that I'm thinking of. The Garners.
Oh, what could we call it? The Garners getting...
Down and dirty. Yeah.
Well, funny enough, we had a conversation just before we started filming the podcast today that what if we the family all just sold all of our investments and all of our properties?
Yeah.
How much money we'd have to then say, right, could we then either go into like a big project together or do something together?
Yeah. But weird, we did actually have that conversation. Yeah. But then we decided, no, we couldn't.
No, not quite yet.
Yeah, it would make good viewing because Right. Amanda Smith said, hi, lovely Garners. I always like to know about the 90-day law, if it's really possible to live for 6 months in the UK and 6 months in Spain. Does the 90-day law prohibit this dream? Absolutely not. You can do it. Everybody's doing it every day of the week. We're selling properties almost daily to people who have downsized in the UK, and they've got the best of both worlds. They've got a home here, one back in the UK, and they go backwards and forwards for the 90-day rule. And I think it's a wonderful way of doing it, because even when you're away from here, you can always be renting your property out and earning a few pennies at the same time. So absolutely, please don't let that ever stop you doing it, because it's the way to go. Trish Hopwood, how many animals do you have in total now, Sharon? I have animals and birds combined around about 230.
Madness, I tell you. Madness.
Yeah, and I love every one of them.
Right, last couple, Mother.
I've actually, now we're down to 2, and as long as I don't press refresh.
Don't.
Yeah, right. So Sheila Jasper, who's a top fan. Yes, Sharon, if you want a PA, I'm your woman. Can carry your handbag or your cardie, don't even want paying. What do you think? You and your family stay safe and well. Well, I mean, that's an idea, isn't it?
I tell you what, I'll pay you and you can be mine.
Oh, bless you, Sheila. That would be funny. And the last one, Nikki Hall, I have a question. What do you think your life would look like now if you hadn't have had Sunsea and selling houses in your life? And what is life actually really like with it in your life?
Why, really? What an amazing way to finish this podcast.
Yeah,
that's a really good question.
That's a fantastic question, Nikki. Yeah.
It's hard because we always have this conversation of, it's hard to know exactly what the show's brought us because we don't get paid for it.
Yeah.
So if you're talking financially, it's very hard to
It costs us a flipping fortune.
No, I think it's easy if you're on a show and you get paid and you get fame and it like builds from there. You can easily sit back and say that's because of the show. We don't know how to measure what we've got from the show and what we would have had without the show.
No, but I can say that nobody. Yes, you can by exposure, but the exposure that we've got from the show is just. Well, you can't say anything other than it's been at 1,000,000%.
Yeah, but like to know what your life would have been like, it's hard to know because we've always been the same and we've not changed now because we're on the telly. So, as far as the business is concerned and the way we did things and the way that we dealt with clients, none of that's changed.
No.
So nothing has changed.
And we were a busy. Well, the reason we got the show was we were a busy business.
Yeah.
I can give you a little bit of insight. I mean, when we had a lady called Claire Egerton-Jones come out to, who contacted us originally, and the format of the show was initially what they were thinking about doing was they were gonna have expats who've got businesses, family businesses, and they were going to have one in France, one in Spain, one in Italy, one in Portugal. And then it changed, and obviously it became just the two families, the Rodriguez family and ourselves. And we did series 1. And when Claire came out to do the pilot show with us, she came out with us on the road for the day, and I think it really struck her what we did and how busy we were, because we actually sold on that show to Paula Lord, if you remember, Paula and Mick Lord, and I mean, she did actually. I'm not going to name names, but she did actually. There's another agent that she went to film at the same time for the same series, and said it was like watching paint dry. Being honest, I'm being truthful. I'm not lying. That's the truth. So I think from day one they could see how busy we were. So we were already a really busy business. And
I think that's what I'm saying. I think the question of where do we think we'd be without the show in our lives is we'd still be doing what we do.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully. I think we'd still be a successful estate agent. We'd still be working with the same values. It's just now everything's heightened. Like every I don't know, every emotion, every client, every house view, and everything's like a lot more intense. And I'm not saying that in a bad way at all.
Well, I think you've also got the pressure to deliver. We said from day one that we actually said from day one making this show that we would never change. The show will never change us. We will always be who we are. We're not prepared to be anything else. We're not going to act. We've been doing it 9 years, and I think people can see who we are and what we are. And I think we're very, very appreciative of the show. There's no question about that. We've got, at the crews that we have, they're fantastic. We have some fabulous crews who look after us, don't they? Our producers, directors. But I'm not going to say it's easy, because it's not easy. It's very hard. It's hard on the family because we don't... You see, a lot of people will say to us, well, why can't you be on all the time? Or why can't you, do more series or more episodes and that? But it's not that we don't want to do that. It's because on every episode... You see... God, I've got to be careful what I'm saying. On other shows, let me say that, on other shows, they have a multitude of properties because they have the option to go to all agents all over the world, and those agents supply the properties to the show. With us, it's completely different. This is what we do on a daily basis. It's following us doing our job, and we have to work from our portfolio and our collaborators. So when we show 3 properties on the show, and we were doing 20 episodes and 25 episodes, those properties have got to be replaced. So each series, we were trying to replace 75 properties before the next batch came in. And, it was very stressful. Yeah. And it still is now. Even now, we're fighting for properties and trying to get them all booked and people booked in. And,
Yeah, but I think we'd still be doing the same without the show. We'd still be estate agents, because that's what we were before the show came into our lives. And what it's benefited us is unmeasurable. It's it's incredible. I mean, the feedback and the success and the ratings and our support that we get, it is just unmeasurable, because it's just been so incredible and so immense that. It's hard to put like a specific. This is what it's done.
I think the support and the friendship from Facebook, from Instagram, from the general public, wherever we go, people know us. It doesn't matter where we are. I mean, I was in Tupelo, in America. I was in Memphis, Tennessee, and people stopped us. They knew us. So. That was lovely, and they had such wonderful things to say, and so loving and supportive. That's what I've taken from the show, and I absolutely love it. And then also, it's strange with the people that actually are buying the properties, because it's not so. That's part of it's not so different, because we do that every day anyway. So for me, it's the personal side of it that I've found amazing.
But I think that's one of the biggest things that we've all noticed, is that initial people coming to us and they walk through the door and everyone says it. I feel like I already know you. Yeah. And to us, that's probably the best thing that's come out of the show is, that people feel that they already know us. They've already got a feel for our characters.
They can trust us.
And they can trust us. And in the job that we're in, that's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
So.
And for anybody that's putting their properties on the books, which if anybody's got a property to sell, please contact us. We need. It's good for them as well, because they know that we've got the exposure that nobody else can offer. Yeah. So I think I don't think our lives would have changed an awful lot apart from being recognised, really, being loved, being supported. I think that's the biggest thing for me anyway. It's the most thing that I enjoy out of it. Definitely. We're not superstars, we're not film stars, we're not.
Yet. I'm still determined to get an Oscar. I'm going to get there one day. I'll BAFTA first, and then I'm going for the Oscars.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, somebody's just suggested just doing a renovation. What are we going to call it? What did we say?
The Garners getting down. Oh no,
The Garners getting down and dirty. Right. Well, if anybody wants to pitch that to Channel 4, if you contact Claire Egerton-Jones at Ricochet, she'll be on the phone
She's
to me
probably
this
sick
afternoon.
of us mentioning her name. She's like, oh my God, every episode.
It's the Garners again.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's it. So
yes.
I've closed the computer because that
Got
was
through
the
'em.
end of the first lot that came through. We might have to do a number 3 because
Well, we do lots of these.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many episodes we've done now of the Confessions of an Estate Agent, but there is a playlist that you can go and watch. So if you're watching this on YouTube, guys, you can go to our playlists and there is all of our Confessions of an Estate Agents. They're in order for you, so you can sit and watch us answer all of the questions if you're interested in hearing us waffle, as always. But yeah, thank you ever so much for tuning in for yet another wonderful podcast from the Garners.
well, at least I remembered the name of the pub. I mean, I lived there long
yeah.
enough, you know. So yeah,
Well done,
I
Matt.
used to have a dog there called Max.
Oh, I thought you were going to forget the name of the dog then.
No,
It's like-
I got the name of the dog, Max. It was an Alsatian. Yeah. He used to bite you as you went past the bottle room. See, happy memories.
Yes. All right then.
Yeah, and the reason that I used to be so slim when I lived there was I used to live on pucker pies. I had a pucker pie at midnight and a packet of pork scratchings. Healthy diet.
sounds
And then you wonder
lovely.
why I got a heart condition.
At least you don't drink.
Yeah, at least I'm teetotal, and I've never smoked. Anyway, yeah, let's leave it for there. Thank you so much, everybody, today, and thank you for the questions. We will do another one because they are funny, aren't they? And they're great to, say hello to everybody. So I hope you've had a shazza tingle.
Yes, and we will see you in next week's episode, everyone. See you later.
Take care.
Adios.
Bye.
Yes. Well, welcome back. Because if you watched last week's episode, we did part 1 of Confessions. Well, no, it wasn't part 1.
Did you swear then? Sammy, he's 35 years old and that's the first time he's ever swore in front of me.
No, it's not.
It is. It is. He only has to say, oh God, and I go, what?
Okay, now I'm sweating. Oh, God.